Can governor of California use 5 vehicles at a time? No. In your place, they use 30 and call it convoy. If it's not madness, tell me what it is. Or you think madness is when somebody doesn't have a cloth? No, there's flavors of madness. That's what we need to fix first. Now I recall my wife asking me, Peter, must you go to everywhere they invite you? And I said, they are Nigerians. Maybe if I go there, maybe you convert one. Because what we need now is to convert people. Let's ask ourselves, how did we get here? That is the question. How did we arrive at this junction? Those of us who happen to be lucky to live in Ikoyi and Victoria Land, I say to them every day, if we don't look for food for those who live in Ajegunle, one day we will not be living. Nigeria has become a case of where lunatics took over the asylum. And we don't know what lunatics do when you want to take anything back from them. They create a thing as if there's a war. So you run away. If a madman comes there and say, hey, everybody say, I don't want to touch this madman. That's what they're doing. We need to take it back. We need to become as mad as they are and take it back. They can manage it. You have a situation today where people are owing salary for 7 months and they're celebrating their birthday. How can you say a thing like that? How can you be celebrating when you've ruined people's life? People are dying and you're celebrating and people are watching it in TV. It's a crisis. And the only people that can stop that crisis is you. As governor, I come here, you know what people tell me? This man bought this house, this man bought this house. Where are you going to buy your own? Why will I buy a house in America? I don't live in America. I have nothing to do with America. It only cost me $200 to come here and go. Why will I buy a house? Americans should live in America. I'm a Nigerian. I live in Onitsha. That is where I should live. I go to South Africa. I go to everywhere. I say, buy a house in South Africa. How many South Africans have bought a house in Nigeria? How many Americans have bought a house in Nigeria? So why would Nigerians come here? You live here. Yes, you can own a house here. But not people. I come here as governor and Nigerians will tell you, oh, let's bring somebody and have a party. Why will I leave Nigeria to come and do party here? No way. I should come here as a beggar for you to give me something to take home, not to come and celebrate here. I have people who need food in the country. And Nigerians are celebrating here. And you go there and become them His Excellency, when you should push them to go back and do their work at home. So start telling them, if your governor comes here or local government chairman, do not be part of celebrating him. Tell him to go home and fix what he's supposed to do. Don't encourage him to waste the resources. It didn't come with his money. It came with your money. We're asking you to bring back your own. What we need to do is to manage that which is there effectively. Can governor of California drive 5 vehicles at a time? So we need to fix it. Can governor of California use 5 vehicles at a time? No. In your place, they use 30 and call it convoy. If it's not madness, tell me what it is. Or you think madness is when somebody doesn't have a cloth? No, there's flavors of madness. That's what we need to fix first. So only in Nigeria that you elect people. They don't have car, they don't have anything. 6 months, they build a house, buy 20 cars, and call it for Thanksgiving. And people will go there. And they will be praying in the church, telling God to bless them. And the bishop will preach in that wherever they got the money, should give them more when they have to call police. Because they know where the money came from. Everybody knows where the money came from. But they are still celebrating it. He comes to America and buy a house, and they said if you see his house and it's in choice areas. When he's in Washington, they tell you this place, this man owns the house here. In New York, this man owns the house here. With whose money? Let him show you his business. His daytime job. That earn that money. Why would Peter come and buy the choice area in Washington? when he didn't own it before. A governor built a house that is unbelievable, and they asked, he said, I used to have the money. Why didn't you build it before? Hey, wait a minute. What are you telling us? And you're owing us salary. Even if you had the money before, you would have kept quiet. The rascality must stop. That's what we need to do first. Let's deal with this rascality first. It's when we stop this rascality that we can now. The greatest tragedy your country is facing today is that the managers of the country have never managed anything in their life. If a man has not created wealth or managed anything, he cannot manage public one. You suddenly find somebody who has never seen 1 billion and then throw him and say he's a governor to manage 12. Go and check it all over the world. All lottery winners went bankrupt. Why should governor of Anambra State have a lodge in Abuja? For God's sake. This man doesn't live in Abuja. Why would I have a lodge in Abuja? My predecessor bought it for 800 million. We furnished with 200 million, 1 billion, and we are spending about over 10 million every month to keep this house going. I said, no, what are we doing? It's too expensive. I don't live in Abuja. I'm governor of Anambra. I have nothing to do with a lodge in Abuja. We have to shut it down. It doesn't work. And they say we have to use it. We have 15 vehicles, 15 in Abuja. 15 vehicles, so 15 drivers. Doing what? Say, listen, we are not governor of Anambra State. And I have 15 drivers in Abuja. How can this be? And people give us a schools that we need it. We even have a lodge in Lagos. Tell me, what type of rascality is this? I said, no, it cannot happen. We have to shut all these things down. We don't need it because it doesn't make sense. If you go today, we have given it to United Nations. That's where United Nations is since they bombed their place. A year after I became, I said, no. Imagine the amount of money it saves us every year. I can go on and on. Because we had 30 vehicles, we had a fuel dump. Almost a filling station. For what? Why are you going to have all these costs? You come, if I tell you people the cost of governance in Nigeria, you won't be talking about investment here. It's wickedness of the highest order. And people do it. I was just talking to a lady this one. I said, on top of it, they add office of first lady. What a confusion is that? Do you have office of first lady in Florida? No. So why is it in Nigeria? The governor of California does not have office of first lady. It's the wife who should be at home and look after him. Why create additional confusion by creating another office with another convoy? Another set of convoy. If you pass their own self, it's longer than their husbands.